Victoria.
Look at you. You're nothing. Look at you. You're not that smart. And you're not that clever. And you're not even that good looking. I hate you. How could I be so stupid?
Victoria, no. You are upset with yourself for believing in me. You are not to blame for this. This is not your fault. None of this is your fault.
Hey, Mac. Wrapping it up for today?
Yep.
I'm so glad Billy and I are back on track. I don't know if you could tell, but I was feeling pretty down. Wasn't sure what Billy really wanted.
But you do now?
Well, you know how guys are. I started to wonder if he was only interested in one thing. Not that I mind, but if that's all he cares about. Anyway, he assured me that that wasn't the case. And I believe him. I guess that's love, huh? You're busy.
No, I'm just jotting a few notes down.
I'll just come back later. I have some things to wrap up myself.
Obviously, neither one of us is looking forward to this conversation.
Which means time hasn't offered any hope of resolving our differences.
Was that your attitude, Christine? This meeting regarding the future of our partnership is not going to be a discussion. It's going to be, a funeral?
That's right, Ashley. You heard correctly. I'm pregnant with Victor's baby.
No.
Why would that be so difficult for you to believe? Because of Victor's vasectomy? Ashley, you're a scientist. And I'm sure you realize that there are other ways for women to get pregnant these days.
Oh, my God.
Well, from your reaction, I guess you realize I'm telling the truth. Good for you. Most people are in denial. But I'm glad you're not among them.
Does Victor know?
Uh-huh. You were chatting with him recently. He didn't mention the news? That's interesting. And for him not to tell you that he's going to be a father again while he's courting you. Oh, unless the relationship has gone sour.
I'm not about to discuss anything of a personal nature with you.
No, it doesn't really matter. I know I've hit a nerve. But, I mean, it's fascinating, because, I mean, here I am sitting assuming that the barriers between the two of you have come down. And evidently, that's not the case.
If you know what's good for you, you'll get your butt out of here right now.
Oh, Ashley. Threatening a pregnant woman? No. Oh, my God.
One of your books, Tomas?
No colleagues. For a little inspiration.
Ah, now that Nina's out of town.
She's been gone longer than I expected.
Oh, when is she due back?
She,
Tomorrow. Well, it sounds like you've been missing her.
more than you know.
Nina, you're back.
Yeah, you're my first stop from the airport.
Well, in that case, come on in.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good.
You look great.
Thank you. So, how's my favorite married couple?
Hey, we're fine. What about you? We weren't expecting you for a couple of days.
Oh, well, couldn't put it off forever.
So how's Montana? Did Philip get settled in okay?
Oh, Montana is beautiful. He's going to turn into a mountain man on me, no doubt.
Well, worse things could happen, I suppose.
So, I take it Cricket is not home yet.
No, and I don't expect her home anytime soon. She's having a big meeting with Michael Baldwin.
Oh, about what?
Their partnership. It could be ending as we speak.
What are you saying, Christine? Once you've made up your mind, this partnership is dead?
Do you really believe we can continue like this?
You and I work incredibly well
As
together.
attorneys, yes, but work is not the sum total of a person's life. Not for
As
me.
you so often remind me, there are many aspects to your life. I acknowledge that.
Do you?
But wouldn't an unsatisfactory career impact you as well?
What makes you think I wouldn't be fulfilled elsewhere? Where I won't have the considerable downsides you expect me to put up with here?
Okay. Fine. If that's the way you feel, the best of luck, Christine. Victoria, it was not your fault. I manipulated you. I took advantage of you.
Why me? Did you think I was weak?
No, it had nothing to do with you, really. Remember, I was obsessed with you for long before we ever met. Remember the pictures on the wall? They were on the wall for a very long time.
Answer my question. Why me?
I don't really know. I'm not sure. There's something about you that reminded me of my past. You kept interrupting us. I just wanted that to stop. And then you hired our agency, and we met in person, and I took that as some sign, as fate, or destiny, and I didn't want to hurt you, but I couldn't walk away. Right then is when I should have gone for help, but I didn't know how to do that, so my demons took over. Listen to me, regardless of what you think of me, you have got to believe this. You are in no way responsible for any of this. It was me. It was all me. Victoria. Before you go, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you.
Hey. There you are. Who's in the shower?
Brittany.
Oh. So you feeling better?
I'm not sure.
Mac, I thought we agreed. Now's not the time to run.
Brittany just said something to me.
What?
That you two were having a tough time. Because you only wanted one thing from her. What did she mean?
I have no idea what she's talking about.
Really, you don't? Honest?
Mac, I don't know what you're thinking, but there's nothing going on between Brittany and me. Right? Nothing real. Yeah, you know that. I'm sure you know that. Anyway, I better split before Brittany gets out of the shower. All right?
Wait a minute. Cricket and Michael might be calling it quits?
She told him that we were trying to start a family.
Oh, and Michael didn't like that idea?
He didn't object to our having a baby per se.
Oh, well, how generous of him. What is his problem?
The timing. He said it was much too soon. The firm is just beginning to get its feet on the ground. I mean, the gall of that son of a... I mean, he just sticks his nose where it doesn't belong.
So what did Cricket have to say to him about all this?
She told him that he had absolutely no right to get involved in her personal life.
And I'm sure he didn't take very kindly to that.
Well, he didn't back down either, and things escalated, and... Well, right now they're trying to determine whether they can continue to work together.
Wow. I mean, I can't forget how much this partnership meant to Cricket. She wouldn't have signed on with Michael otherwise.
Well, it did mean a lot to her. And in a lot of ways, it still does.
How so?
Well, while you were away, she and Baldwin pulled an all-nighter, and they put out some pretty incredible work. She was pleased with it.
But that doesn't erase their problems.
Exactly. And I think the reality of dealing with Michael Baldwin is beginning to take its toll. And I think she's beginning to realize that it may not be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is, she might be... Well, I don't think she'd mind my telling you.
Telling me what?
She might be pregnant.
You're kidding! Really?
Well, she's late, and she's showing a lot of the symptoms.
She hasn't taken the test yet?
Well, no, but we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Oh, Paul!
I know, it's incredible.
Ah.
And that's why I have to believe that, knowing that we might have a baby very soon, Chris knows what she has to do.
I failed to see what's so amusing, Ash.
Well, you would.
Well, then, care to spell it out for me?
I don't know, Diana. People laugh for all kinds of reasons, you know?
To cover the pain. Oh, you're laughing to keep from crying, is that it?
Oh, why would I be crying, Diane?
Because you've always wanted Victor's baby, and I'm the one who's carrying it. I wouldn't be surprised if that's why you're pursuing him again. To make up for the family that you didn't have when the two of you were married.
I think you're projecting right now.
No, I mean, I won't deny that I had those feelings. The difference between the two of us is I've realized my dream. And you did not.
So what, you're here trying to rub it in?
Yeah, as if you wouldn't do the same as...
Actually, I probably wouldn't. But whatever. I don't think you're feeling quite as good about yourself or what you've done as you'd like me to believe.
Really?
Really. Because if you were, you wouldn't be here trying to ruin my day.
Try? Think I've succeeded?
And I think I've had enough of you, and I want you to get out of here right now, or else.
Or else what, Ashley?
What the hell is going on here? What's going on?
I was just giving Ashley the good news.
Good news?
Yeah. Well, I may as well share it with you. It'll be public knowledge soon. I'm pregnant with Victor's child.
Well, congratulations, Diane. I think.
Well, thank you very much. And yes, congratulations are in order.
So how's the proud papa to be? Ready to start Lamaze classes, busy setting up that college fund?
Victor just learned that he's the father of my baby. And once he figures out what this means and how this could positively affect his life, I'm sure he'll be ecstatic, Brad.
Or so you hope. It's just dandy, Diane. Just dandy.
And I couldn't be happier, Brad. Well, look what time it is. I really should be going. It's nice to see you both.
So I can't believe she's late and she hasn't taken the test to find out if she's pregnant.
Well, we haven't even gone there yet.
Well, so how does all this feel?
What, knowing that I'm going to be a father soon? Exciting. Overwhelming. But mostly terrific.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry I have to do this.
What, you have to go?
Yeah.
Well, was there something specific you wanted to talk to Chris about?
Actually, yeah.
Well, Nina, I've got good ears, too.
Oh, that's tempting. But I've put it off long enough. I suppose it's time.
You're being rather mysterious.
Yeah, well, not for long. So tell Cricket I'm sorry I missed her, okay?
I will. Nina. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Christine, wait. Wait. I know what we have, and the thought of losing it kills me. If we walk away from this practice, as you're suggesting, we will be turning our back on the most incredible professional opportunity of our lives.
I don't understand you. You say that you'd regret losing this partnership.
You can't imagine
But
how much.
after I insisted that my decision for having a child was not open for discussion, you just kept after me, Michael. And now I am on the brink of leaving this firm.
Your point is?
All your wailing and carrying on about what a loss it would be if we went our separate ways. Why in the hell didn't you think about that before? When you were constantly harping about my decision to start a family and basically throwing me out the door.
Please. Victoria. Thanks. I realize this might be a lot to ask, but maybe you can find it someplace in your heart to tell me that you understand. It is possible for a person to be so ill that they fail to realize how their actions are affecting others.
Where the hell does that get us? You do whatever you please, and then you say, I'm sorry, I can
No,
help.
I'm not making excuses for what I did. I did terrible things. I did terrible things. But I'm really not a bad person. I loved you. So much. And I believed that finally I had met the woman that I could have a normal relationship with. You know, I really hoped that I could make that happen. I loved you. And I just wanted you to love me back. Now we got so close, you know. And then I messed everything up. But everything that I did it because I loved you. Please try to believe that.
I hope they help you in here. I I hope you get better so you can live a decent life. And I hope you never, ever have the urge to hurt anyone ever again. But please, don't contact me. If you ever really did care about me, you'll leave me alone.
Yes. Connie, you wanted to see me?
Yes. Mr. Newman asked me to let you know he'll be out of town indefinitely.
Really?
He'd like you to be in charge of things while he's away.
I see. And those were his only instructions?
Well, he did say he'd call with more details later.
Do you have any idea where he went?
Afraid not.
I assume this has to do with business. Did he mention a specific project?
No, sir.
Connie, do you happen to remember who he last met with?
Yes. Ashley Abbott, then Nikki Newman. I assume they were here to thank Mr. Newman.
To thank him?
Yes, for dropping the lawsuits against Brad Carlton and Jabot.
Victor dropped the lawsuits,
Yes, sir.
and then he left town. Very interesting.
Looking for me, Billy?
Hey, what's up, Brett?
If only you knew. You look confused.
Oh, well, I'm not sure what you're thinking.
I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking. How great this 24-hour shoot's gonna be. Finally, we get to spend a night alone together.
With Raul and Rihanna.
It's a big enough place. I'm sure we can find somewhere to be alone.
Look, we can't just run off and ditch the others.
Why not?
Because we're supposed to be on camera.
Not all the time. Besides, there are some things even Phyllis wouldn't put up on the website. Like this. See ya. Come here often? Surprise.
I thought you weren't coming back till tomorrow.
Well, I decided to take an earlier flight.
I'm so glad. We have a lot of catching up to do.
What do you say we do that at my place?
Hello?
Just called from the car, you know, no one's here.
Yeah, well, Diane might have sneaked back in. The last thing I need to deal with tonight is her.
Not to worry, you have the place all to yourself.
Maybe my father finally gave her the boot.
Well, this trip of Victor's certainly is mysterious.
You know Mr. Newman.
Yes, I do.
Hi. Are you talking about Victor?
If you'll excuse me, Mr. Winters.
I take it Victor's not here.
That is correct. He's left town.
For how long?
You know, I really don't know.
I find that hard to believe.
It's true.
Hey, come on, Neil. I know Victor pays you to be discreet, but we're living under the same roof. And as a matter of fact,
You're what?
I'm planning a dinner party, and I just need to know if Victor will be here.
Diane, if Victor knows about this party, I'm sure he'll be in touch.
Diane's pregnant with Victor's child.
Yeah, so she says.
You don't believe her?
I don't know. Do you?
Well, I told you that she had gotten a sample of Victor's sperm from that reproductive lab. Considering using it back then, I guess she went ahead with her plan. I can't believe the lengths that one would go to get pregnant with Victor's baby. How does this make you feel?
What do you mean?
Knowing that Diane is pregnant with Victor's child.
Well, not too long ago, it probably would have had a huge impact on me for any number of reasons.
And now?
I'm not going there. Whatever Victor and I had is over, and I'm moving on.
Are you going to answer me?
Yeah. Yes. This firm means the world to me. So, I'm gonna get off your back. I'm not gonna say another thing about your having a baby, but I do need you. I need to ask one thing of you. I want you to step back, take some time, and honestly assess things.
What things?
Now, I've raised some questions about your ability to be a full partner in this firm in its formative stages if you have a child. Now, they're valid concerns, and you know that. I want you to think about them. Look in your heart. Be honest with yourself and me about the impact a child will have on your life. Again, I have to reiterate, I'm not against you having a family, but I am concerned about the timing. But if you look at the situation honestly and you come to me and you tell me that you can make this work, so be it. I'll say no more on the subject. End of speech. Now I'm going to get Chantal to copy these.
Something about Gary?
I was just going over everything that happened. I know it's not all behind me, but I realize that I have a lot of work to do.
But you feel better.
I feel like this enormous weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
Good, I'm glad.
The key was realizing that this wasn't my fault. I could not have controlled it.
Hey, you just had the misfortune of reminding him of his old girlfriend.
Could have been anybody.
Absolutely. You do believe that, don't you?
Yeah, for the first time, I really do. It's bizarre. This terrible thing happened to me, and I felt guilty about it. I felt like it was my fault. It doesn't make sense.
Except emotionally, which is why I think you did the right thing. Going there and facing Gary.
Well, time will tell. One thing's for sure, I couldn't have done this without you. I want to ask you something. When I wanted to leave because I couldn't deal with Gary anymore, and you forced me to stay, you knew I had to get that anger out. How did you know that?
I was just trying to read you. I guess I was right.
You better be careful. I may come to rely on you more than I already do.
Saying you're going to forget about Victor and actually doing it are two different things.
I disagree with that. When you want to accomplish something in life, you just have to go after it.
Sometimes more than once.
And you just keep saying to yourself that this is what I want, this is what I'm going to accomplish, and then eventually it happens.
And so far?
I'm working on it. And I could really use a little support.
Hey, I do support you, you know that.
So why are you here? You checking up on me again?
No. I had a note in my calendar. It was a Lamaze class tonight.
That's right.
Still happy with my coaching skills? You haven't found a substitute?
You trying to back out on me?
Never. It's one thing you can count on, Ash. I'll always be there for you. Always.
Actually, Victor has no idea that I'm putting on this dinner party, which is why it's imperative that I know where
Look,
he is.
I don't know where Victor is, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. I would call him and let him know that you need to speak with him. Now, if you don't mind, I've got some work to do. If I hear from Victor, I will tell him to give you a call.
Thanks, Neil.
Yes, Miss Jenkins?
I assume my former husband didn't leave any messages?
No, ma'am.
Well, if he does call, will you tell him I'm doing fine? As a matter of fact, we're both doing fine.
I mean it, Ryan. You can't begin to know how grateful I am. What would I do without you?
That's a question I hope you'll never have to answer.
Is that a proposition?
It's a statement of enduring friendship. How's that? What?
I read a quote recently, and if I can remember correctly, it goes something like this. Sometimes you have to take the long way around to come back the short way properly.
What does that mean?
Well, I wasn't exactly sure when I read it, but now looking at us and our history, and how close we are now, maybe it was written about us.
Maybe it was.
Ryan.
All right, so tell me all about your trip. Come on.
Oh, well, Montana is just gorgeous. So much open space. It's incredible.
Good medicine for the soul.
Yeah.
Philip? Trust he's surviving without his mother?
Yeah, I think so.
So now you're back. Is my effort showing?
Effort? What do you mean?
As much as I'm interested in your trip, you know, there's one thing on my mind, you know. I mean, as much as I want to go back to your place and make love to you, I need to know what you think of the chapters I wrote.
Hey, Mac. What? What is it?
You're getting a lot of action today, aren't you?
What do you mean?
That kiss with Brittany? I can still smell her on you.
Look, I couldn't say no, all right?
I know. I know. It's all part of this game we're playing, right? I heard you two making plans. How you can't wait to spend the night with each other.
That was Brittany talking. It doesn't mean anything.
Is she a good kisser, Billy? Stupid question. Of course she is.
Hey, hey. Look, I'm sorry you have to go through this.
No, I'm sorry. I guess this is all just really getting to me. Keeping us a secret, dealing with your mom, the whole thing with you and Brittany. But promise me that you're gonna find a way for her to break up with you. Promise me it's gonna be really soon.
Mac. It will. It's just hard.
Try harder. Please, Billy? Because I know you don't want me to run away. I don't want that either. I want to be with you, Billy. That's all I want. I just want to be with you.
When a tough guy from the streets gets a license to practice law.
I'm attorney Joe Solano. I fight hard for regular people. My client's working in a sweatshop. You're going to hear that I use questionable tactics.
His name was written beside every payphone in prison.
Now, you can't believe everything you hear, but you can believe a lot of it.
Tony Danza joins the cast of Family Law.
The cause is right. You don't care who you hurt.
I care. I just don't let it stop me.
An incredible new season of Family Law begins CBS Monday this fall.
For a woman to make it in TV, she's got to be smart.
I shouldn't have to tell an anchor woman that it's pronounced Giuliani, not Guilini.
Ambitious.
I want it to be Don Hewitt in high heels. Don Hewitt, 60 Minutes.
And diplomatic.
We do not want to change you. Just fill in your hair a little bit.
Welcome to New York.
And next week, we'll work on that corn-fed belly.
Christine Baranski stars with Jim Gaffigan
Benita Stoli
in Welcome to New York, coming this fall to CBS.